Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. Welcome back. Another one from the Harpoon Brewery with breweries in Massachusetts and Vermont. This is their Leviathan Great Scott. Great Scott, Captain Kirk. The Great Scott comes in with an ABV of 10.2% ABV. The Leviathan series is a series of beers that Harpoon puts out that come in at a higher alcohol level. I'm not sure if it can be likened to an Imperial series, but among the other beers that are in the Leviathan series include their Baltic Porter, their Imperial IPA, they have a Quad, and they've got one called Red Square. This one, though, is the Great Scott. There is a description on the back of the label, which I'm going to read to you right now. It says here, Leviathan Great Scott pays homage to the great wee heavy Scottish ales of the past. This beer is a full-flavored, full-bodied dark ale with a complex malt character. The hint of smokiness is a tribute to the peated malts that were historically used in Scottish brewing. Relax and enjoy with bagpipes playing in your head. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any bagpipes playing around here right now, but I guess I'll try to enjoy the spirit of a Scottish-style ale. So, now I don't have a thistle glass. It's always recommended you pour a Scottish wee heavy. One of the recommended glasses is a thistle glass, which is this kind of odd-shaped glass that almost looks like a goblet with these kind of weird sort of designs to it. Sort of heavy on the top and thin on the bottom. So I'm going to use a Belhaven mini glass. Belhaven, of course, being a Scottish ale, of course, too. So let's get the cap off. Give it a pour. And we'll see what we get. Alrighty then. More than 10% ABV. This has been sitting around in my fridge for a little while. I haven't really kept it too long, but I'd say it's been in the fridge for about a month or so. Let's check out the color anyway. Well, the color is very nice. It's a decent looking, darker copper amber color. It's definitely got that copper look to it. The head is really nothing to speak about, but it might have really had to do with the way I poured it. There is a lot of carbonation going on. You may or may not be able to see it, but it's pretty rapidly bubbling up toward the top. But at the same time, the head is sort of diminishing. Seems to be fading out and turning more into a ring. So let's check out the aroma. Oh my goodness, I love the malts on this one. Definitely lots of malts coming up on the aroma here. Dark malts, just complex malts, sweet malts, just malts. I mean, really, the maltiness is front and center on this one. Now, they were promising kind of a smokiness, and I'm not getting a whole lot of smokiness on this. But it's there sort of in the background. It's not terribly noticeable. But if I really give it a good whiff, I am getting a bit of a smokiness. But the malts are really the lead character on the nose. Check out the taste. Body-wise, pretty bold, pretty medium to bold. Higher than medium, toward the bold range. Up front, it's really sweet malts. Lots of caramel malts, toffee, butterscotch. Just this very sweet, malty character going on here. The bitterness is very laid back. It's hardly noticeable. It's low bitterness. Not getting much of a hop character. It's not very boozy considering it's more than 10% ABV. I mean, there's a little bit of that booziness here, but it's really well blended into the malt character that's coming up here. But the sweet malts are far and away the lead aroma and the lead of taste. But again, I'm not getting a real smoky character. And I really like smoky tasting beers. Smoky characters are among my favorite characters in beers. I like them in porters a lot. Not sure if I've had one in a wee heavy at all, but I do like the smoky characters that often accompany the porters and sometimes the stouts. But I'm not getting a huge smoky character, and they were advertising, in their description that there was a hint of smokiness. So I guess they weren't really lying. A hint of smokiness, that would probably be the best way to define that. It's not a real smokiness that barrels on forward and really comes on strong. It's just kind of blending in with the real malty character that's going on in this beer. I mean, it's definitely a sweet malty beer, and really, if you like malts, I think you're going to like this beer. And it really does have the characteristics that are mostly associated with a wee heavy Scottish ale. There is a certain characteristic that brings out a heavy malt and a higher slightly alcohol hit, and that's very typical of this beer as well as the Scottish wee heavies that this is trying to emulate. I mean, Harpoon has really done well with this beer. Even though the smokiness is kind of laid back, and I was kind of looking forward to that piece, but I'm not disappointed because it really brings out all of the different malty characters that you've come to expect in a Scottish wee heavy. And you may have noticed it's got a nice belch factor. A little bit of a burping going on here. Oh my! Good belch factor. That's a thumbs up in itself. So, nice looking beer, nice smelling beer, nice tasting beer. And this is the kind of beer you want to drink slowly. Don't drink it fast. Just kind of let it, just really enjoy all the different flavors and sensations that are accompanying this beer. That would be my recommendation. But don't drink a lot of them unless you're looking to, get a little woozy, because it is more than 10% ABV. But if you're sitting there drinking it, maybe enjoying it with something to eat, a meal of some kind, lamb or something, I think this will go well with that. So, it's a good beer. Bottom line, good beer. Another good one from Harpoon. This is the Harpoon Leviathan Great Scott. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.